Did you know that most people in the southeast of Nigeria believe that cabbage, onions, and a few other vegetables can't thrive here? I decided to challenge that assumption. Welcome to my journey of growing green and purple cabbages right here in my garden. I have heard it countless times that cabbage can only grow in a certain part of the country. It is something that most people have believed for years, and honestly, it is easy to see why. For a long time, I believed it too. After all, growing up, I didn't see a single cabbage farm or any of these vegetables in a neighbor's backyard. I didn't even know what they looked like. I never even knew that cabbage has seeds. These vegetables seemed like imports, like things we only bought from the market but never cultivated ourselves. So I decided to experiment, and today I'm harvesting beautiful purple and green cabbages. I have learned a lot along the way, and I am excited to share it with you. Before I started, I did some research and I learned a few things about cabbage plant. Cabbage is an incredible plant. It grows beautifully without the need for support like tomatoes. Its low height made it perfect for my front yard. The uniformity is also striking. So I thought, why not give it a try? I cleared my flower beds for this purpose. Growing cabbage, especially in a region where people assume they won't thrive, takes a little extra planning. I started by sourcing quality seeds that are suitable for both green and purple varieties. I prepped the soil, loosened it, added a lot of organic manure, and I made sure that the soil was well drained. Cabbages are heavy feeders, so the richer the soil, the better they grow. I nursed the seeds, and after 3 weeks I transplanted them into my flower bed. At this time, honestly, I didn't know what to expect. But as time passed, I knew it was the best decision I could have made for my flower bed. Just look at them. They are even more stunning than the expensive foreign flowers we often buy. So the next key to growing healthy cabbages is ensuring that they get plenty of sunlight. Cabbages love the sun, but excessive heat can stunt their growth. I made sure they got at least 6 hours of direct sunlight each day. Another tip is consistent watering, especially in the early stages. Thankfully, I planted them in the cooler months, so it rained most of the time. I also added organic manure every 2 weeks to ensure they got the nutrients they needed to form strong heads. I learned that cabbages attract pests like caterpillars, so I kept a close eye on them using organic pest control methods to keep them healthy. I used neem oil particularly. The journey wasn't without its challenges. The green cabbages in particular surprised me. They grew and produced an abundance of leaves, which at first made me think they were thriving. But as they developed, I noticed something. While the leaves were plenty, the heads were smaller than I expected. It wasn't what I had hoped for, but I'm still grateful. Then came the purple cabbages. I had always known them to be smaller than the green cabbages, but here most of them outdid themselves. The heads were larger than I expected. It was like the purple cabbage had something to prove. It wasn't just surviving, it was thriving in a region people thought was impossible. This goes to show you that when it comes to gardening, you can't predict the outcome. And sometimes it is the unexpected that surprises you the most. The purple cabbages weighed more than the green, and I also observed that they have a longer shelf life than the green. Have you noticed? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Now, there are a few possible reasons why my green cabbages didn't develop large heads. One of them is that it could have been due to the variety. Some cabbage varieties naturally grow smaller heads, and I may have planted a type that is not designed to produce the large heads I was hoping for. Oh, maybe could it have been the spacing? Maybe the plants were too close together, but they looked beautiful though. Next time I'll definitely try giving them more room. And then there were the pests. Caterpillars, snails, slugs seemed to love my green cabbages. They had a feast. But oddly enough, they left the purple cabbage alone. I only saw a few snails on the purple cabbage close to harvest, so the damage was minimal. I actually expected the purple cabbages to be the more delicate ones, but they surprised me in the best way possible. Who even knew that cabbage would thrive here anyway? And maybe there was something about the way I fed them. But again, I'm wondering how they grew lots of leaves if they were poorly fed. If you know more about this, let me know in the comments. I'm eager to learn more from fellow gardeners. Now that I have identified the potential reasons, here is what I plan to do next to get better results. Number one is that I will carefully select a variety known for producing larger heads. I'll do some research and experiment with different varieties. Next, I will pay extra attention to soil nutrition. I plan to adjust the soil accordingly with organic matters and compost. I will also rotate crops to keep the soil healthy and fertile. With these improvements, I'm confident my next batch of green cabbages will turn out much better. Growing these cabbages has taught me something important, not just about gardening, no, but about mindset. So often, we limit ourselves based on what we've been told. This won't grow here, that plant won't survive here. If I had accepted those ideas without questioning them, I would never have discovered the incredible potential of this garden. In fact, this is one of the reasons why I started gardening, to try out what will work for us here. And the truth is that our soil is very rich. Our climate is suitable, and with the right care and attention, I think that almost anything can grow. What we need to do is to let go of these preconceived notions and experiment instead. Let us try something new. Maybe it won't always go perfectly, and not every cabbage head will be huge, but the point is that cabbage grows here, and I have the proof right here in front of me. So if you've ever thought of growing your own food but felt unsure, I encourage you to start today. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more gardening tips and stories from my garden. Let's grow together. Happy gardening.